There's a particular type of property in Joburg that I'm noticing is getting a lot of buyer demand, and it's your classic in a safe area, whether boomed or estate, 4-bedroom, double garage, modern, staff quarters. These homes do not stay on the market. There's a lot of demand for them. They don't stay on the market because your family now in this affordability bracket, it's mom, dad, 2 kids, mom and dad work, so they need help around the house. Staff quarters, non-negotiable, right? Because now mom and dad are both working and running around after kids, they don't have time to be fixing something with a drill every single day. So your young professionals between the ages of 35 to 45 want properties that are neat, not too much maintenance, lock up and go. They might not want 1,500 square meters of garden to run around with fixing up every week. So they want something that's manageable, still got to be the right size for their family. It's still got to have an entertainment area, built-in braai, somewhere where I can add a bar, maybe a splash pool, but not a massive pool where I'm going to be sitting with maintenance every week. So the ladies that I work with in the greater Joburg area that are looking at homes, what they want are nice, clean finishes. So they want the beautiful white tiles, they want a nice, clean kitchen, and what's becoming non-negotiable now is that open plan living, kitchen, lounge, dining. If I'm going to come home after a long day, I haven't seen my husband, I haven't seen my kids, and I'm cooking in the kitchen, I want to be able to see the kids where they're playing games over there. So that open plan living has become really important. So I'm not enforcing any gender roles, but it's what I hear in the viewings that we do. People want open plan living, and people really want nice, beautiful, clean finishes. They don't want old cupboards anymore in a kitchen. They don't want, the old built-in cupboards that you get, those yellowish ones. The little tiles where you've got 100 tiles going up one of the walls. People don't want that anymore. They want modern. So houses that are modern for me are selling a lot faster than your fixer-uppers in the affluent areas because times have changed. I'm not coming home with my screwdrivers and my toolbox to be fixing things every day. I've got this listing that I think illustrates exactly what we're talking about. It's a prime example of a property that doesn't stay on the market for too long. I'm going to dive deeper into it for about 5 minutes, and I'm going to show you what is it about this listing that attracts buyer interest, and we're going to go through it now. Let's dive deeper into this property and let's have a look at why this particular property generates a lot of buyer demand and won't stay on the market for too long. You'll notice here that the swimming pool, it's not a humongous swimming pool that you're going to struggle to maintain. It's small, it's neat, you can manage with the maintenance. You've got a nice double-story property, 4-bed, 2-bath, double garage, in high demand, multiple bedrooms, have got that balcony with a nice viewing deck. You've got that enclosed patio underneath where you can entertain your family nicely. These are the kinds of properties that a young family, mom, dad, 2 kids, are going to absolutely love. As we go through the photos, you'll see here the tiling, really neat. The staircase going upstairs, it shows that the previous owners or the builders had an element of class. That open plan living that we spoke about. When I'm cooking here, I can see the lounge area, I can see the dining area. I'm part of the conversation with my whole family. I'm not stashed off in some corner kitchen in the back there. As we go through this kitchen, we see some important features. You see those cupboards with that beautiful white, glossy white. It gives an impression of luxury, an impression of quality finishes. So what we see with this property here is that in the center island, we've got a gas stove. And this is becoming really important for people. People just cannot rely on Eskom being on 24/7. The charges, the reliability, people want to take control of that into their own hands, put gas in and make sure that it's reliable. If there's load shedding, I can still cook for my family. And I think that's incredibly important. We'll chat about other things like solar, etc., and the benefits of those things. But this property, having a gas hob, makes it more desirable for any buyer, including myself. One of the other things that I like about this property, it's got space for a double door fridge. I'm now starting to see that something small like that, it's a non-negotiable for people, because double door fridges are the new thing. So you can't have a nice luxury property above the 3.5 million rand mark that's got space for a single fridge. Remember, our typical family here, mom, dad, 2 kids that are maybe one in primary school, one in high school, dogs, they need fridge space. So I like that this property here, this kitchen has got ample space for that. One feature in this property that I really like, that I think buyers want, is you'll see the use of aluminium with the stacker doors. Some properties you'll see use wood. That can be hard for maintenance. Aluminium, it's not cheap, but you know from a maintenance point of view, you are covered for many years. So I really like this as a feature. Ooh, okay, so as we go upstairs and we're looking at the bedrooms, something that's important to note is the more buyers I talk to, buyers don't want carpeted bedrooms anymore. There are a lot of issues associated with carpets. So when I see a bedroom like this, that's nicely tiled, it's neat, the windows, again, I'm seeing the use of aluminium, I'm happier to pay much more of a premium, and I'm happier to fight the buyer next to me for this house, because I'm not going to sit with the issues in terms of maintenance, dirty carpets, allergies, and all of those things. So I really like this. So if you're watching to this point, you're actually getting a lot of insight into what upgrades you might put into your home if you want to raise the value and prepare your home to sell at a much better value in the near future, if that's your plan. For the ladies, again, standout features, kitchen and bathrooms. So as I'm looking at this property, I'm seeing a nice, neat, renovated bathroom, and that definitely adds value and makes it stand out compared to properties that have got those old baths, old cabinetry. So a property like this, again, it gives the impression that it's worth more. In my opinion, people sell their properties with logic, but they buy with emotion. If someone's walking through a house and they are seeing poor maintenance, they're seeing cracks on the wall, they're seeing chips in the tiles, something that could be fixed for what, 5 grand, something small, it leaves a psychological impression in someone's mind that this house needs work. That phrase, house needs work, it's a killer for listings. So I love to see people paying attention to the little things, light fittings. If you've got these light fittings and they're rusted, something that could be a few hundred rands to fix, and a buyer sees that, in their mind and heart, they conclude that the property needs work, the offer they end up giving you is 200,000 rand less for something that could have been fixed for a few hundred rands. So you might be thinking, Ivan, this property is on for 4.5 million, and how does this one get to sell quickly when maybe mine for 2.5 million is not selling as fast? And let's just chat a little bit about why I think this property is in such high demand, and I'll show you the demand that it's getting. The number one thing for me is location. So for me, running the Remax offices, we've got offices from the north to the south of Joburg. For me, with a young family, where I live, and the most important thing being the security for my family, it's the most important thing to me. And I travel a lot. I want to know that my family is safe. So Dunvegan, being in a nice Boomdorf area that's well known for good security, that's the most important thing that goes on in my mind. Where in contrast, Edenvale Avenues, for example, 200 meters up the road, people are flocking out of there, not into, because of all the crime. It's freestanding homes, open up out in the streets, no protection, a lot of robberies, suburbs like your Edenvales, your Kensingtons. We're seeing this a lot. So people are moving from your Kensingtons to your Morning Hills, from your Edenvales to your Dunvegans for this very reason. I always say to my clients, here's my little tip, you always want to be moving to areas that people are flocking to. You don't want to be moving to areas that people are running away from, because the areas that people are flocking to for things like safety, the pan park in Dunvegan, the coffee shop when you walk your dogs, the element of security, being close to the highways, if you want to go out to the east, you want to go to the north, the new shopping center that's opened. When you're buying a property in an area like this that people are running to for the reasons I've mentioned, the values will continue to rise. You might actually find, and I think about this because I've got a young family, I've got a young daughter, the things that are important to me are the things that are important, I think, to the buyer of this property. Security, amenities for my family, being close to the highways, being close to shopping centers. A suburb like this, a house like this, ticks all of these boxes. So for me, even if this house was at the edge of my affordability, and if you want to hear more information about how to assess your affordability and how to think about that, watch this video that we've done. Even if this property was at the edge of my affordability, because I know that people are flocking to this area, I know that in the next 5 years, the value of my home would have gone up. So when the value of my home goes up and I'm continuing to pay off my bond, the equity that I'm raising in the home is growing, and it's a wealth building opportunity. Do you see all the reasons why a property like this, one, it's a no-brainer because it's got all of the features that the average buyer wants. It's modern, it's neat, it's open, it doesn't look like it needs a lot of maintenance. It's got nice open plan living. It's been well looked after, but the location is spotless. So a house like this, even if I had to stretch a little bit to afford it, I would, because a house like this is in high demand. In terms of features, this house has got a feature that's becoming non-negotiable for properties in this price bracket. This property, it's got staff quarters. I have seen properties that are worth 5 million rand being on the market for 4.7, not getting offers. So buyers will come to view, but I've seen houses not getting offers because they don't come with staff quarters. So if this house was up in a competition with 3 other similar properties on the market that didn't have staff quarters, this would have the upper hand. If a property that you own today does not have staff quarters, but you've got a nice big yard, I think it's well worth the investment, chatting to some builders, getting plans, adding staff quarters, because I believe the amount you're going to spend adding it compared to the value of the property that you're going to increase, in my opinion, it's a no-brainer. So guys, if you like this type of content of reviewing listings, etc., let me know in the comments, and I will be sure to make sure that content like this keeps coming up. What you can even tell me in the comments is what suburbs you want reviewed. And again, if you tell me, Ivan, I want you to review Gulf estates like your Eye of Africas and your Ibotsis, I will do a video on that. Tell me what you want and we'll do it. This is the metric. How do I know I'm buying a property in the right area? I think an area that people are flocking to, an area that people feel a sense of community and belonging and feel safe to raise their children and feel safe to mingle with one another, I think for me will always be the most important metric. It beats any other, it beats fittings and finishings. If you've enjoyed this chat, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to comment. Let us know what you would like us to review next. Let us know what suburbs you want to chat about, what estates you want to chat about, and we will give you our unique eye and our unique insights on what are buyers looking at, what should sellers consider, because we're rock stars, boys.